Hello everyone and welcome to the Kingdom Come Deliverance stream, and this will be the premiere episode. We will be starting in a few seconds. So thank you for joining us and let's get the party started.
But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
And we will be starting a new game right now, and we will be playing as a soldier instead of, you could be a thief if you wanted to. You could just be a hunter if you wanted to. I should have adjusted the audio just a little bit. It may be just a little bit too loud.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher. Well, husband. How goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Alright, so we will be giving our Henry the starting statistics. And since I'm thinking of going and training as a soldier, you would think that strength would be a good idea. But actually, I think it will be a better idea if I started out with a lot of speech, because that way I can get myself out of trouble in the early levels. I'm thinking. Maybe? Yeah.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world and, well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
I'm just gonna go with this because it's a good answer.
I was with Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right. Sorry, son. It's just that I worry about you.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
I know, Hal. You've grown up in front of my eyes. It's hard to get used to it.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
It's good to check all the dialogue options because it raises your speech even by a little bit. And let's check out our character screen. Of course, we have no new skills. Here's the combat skills. We didn't gain any by talking to Mother, which is not surprising, is it? And here are the non-combat skills, which are just basically taking care of yourself. And pickpocketing and stealth and stuff like that. So non-combat stuff. And the buffs. I'm hungry, apparently. Nourishment is right here. Is the third from the top that's highlighted in yellow. And 40 is hungry. By 10%, I think. And our reputation as skillets is pretty good. And here's our statistics. How much we fought and stuff like that. We didn't fight anyone. So then we go to inventory and we just have these things. Trunk keys and door keys. Good things to have. We don't have weapons. For armor we just have the clothing. We don't have food. And we don't have quest items. Alright. So time to get some food. And this is the thing about this table. I don't like the design of it too much because sometimes you have to go up on top of the bench to get it, or you have to sit down on the bench. And it's just an extra hassle. There we go. Got our food. And the reason I'm seemingly wasting time picking up food is because food is very important later on. I mean, you can get it almost all the time, but food spoils rather quickly. An apple only lasts about, what, 3 days, I think? There we go, food, apple, and duration days 5. Alright, so, okay, so about a week. That makes sense. But like the bread only lasts, yeah, 4 days. Which, there's better bread that you can get that lasts a little bit longer. The cheese, also 5 days. But the soup, yeah, 2 days. Should last longer because it's boiled. It's gonna be very well boiled. And let's just eat straight from the pot. And I think we need some bread as well. Yep. Actually, let me finish off the soup. And the bread. Oh, I got 6 apples. How much nourishment is that? 2. Alright. There we go. We got it up to 90%. So it should be okay. And stuff in the trunk. Bandages, marigold, and stuff like that. Let's take it all. There's some stuff in the pantry, but right now it's stealing, and if you get caught with it, you'll be in trouble. Let's give ourselves a wash. Oh, okay, so we're clean. Let's see what the father wants.
Come
Hey, Father,
here, I
what do you
need your
want?
help.
Yeah, I know you need my help. Woke me up and stuff.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
I do like the father character. He's oh, he doesn't fool around. As you can see, the village is pretty nice. I'm streaming only at 30 frames per second, so if you're having issues with that, I'm sorry. But the rest of the game is streaming. Right now I'm moving at about 61 to 58, 56 frames per second, so it's not running badly at all, if you ask me, but some people have been having problems with it. Let's talk to the guard about the
I'll be with you.
crossguard.
I'm
And
with
be
you,
careful
Henry.
not to sell it.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
I was going to turn down the volume a little bit, wasn't I? Sound settings.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra.
And I actually have to make this a borderless. Real quick. There we go. Okay. Okay, and I'm back. I turned it down a little bit for you guys so you can hear my voice a little bit better, and the game is going to be a little bit quieter now. I hope it's okay. And let's go to talk about money with Kunish. That's how you can track your quests on the map. Or you can hit J, you just go to the quest log and see the quests that you have, and hit X and it will show you the map. A little bit smaller version, but it still helps.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You can simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with that person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference how people respond to you. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid of you, and you can sometimes rely on money, and in special cases, Henry's other skills, like horsemanship, can help. It's not only the matter of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what Henry is going to say. And the next page tells you how much money you have, tells you where your stats are. As you can see, speech, charisma, and strength are left to right. And level of your reputation is right there on the left. And Henry is on top, and whoever you're talking to is on the bottom. Alright. Debts must be paid. Yes, they must be. But I don't have speech high enough.
Your wife ran off.
If I did both speeches, I may have had high enough speech.
Wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore! How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Alright. Slash, strong, slower strike with your weapon. Hook, strong, slower hand strike with your to the head. Stab, faster, weaker point strike. Direct hand blow to the face. F kicks. Tab locks onto your opponent. Left shift unlocks. Q blocks. Health of the opponent. Your wounds. Your stamina, your health. You can attack from any. You cannot attack from grayed out directions, and as you can see, right on the bottom, there is our real reticule. Our combat rows, yeah, and we can't attack from the bottom or from the sides. We can just punch through the face. Let's get the party started, shall we? Oh.
No kurwa.
You'll get what for.
Cunt!
Damn.
Ooh, crap. Too low on stamina. Don't drain your stamina by punching people. Too long.
Sod it!
Ergot.
Ow. I'll kill you. I'll bloody kill you. Ow.
Oh. Try to get your stamina back as quickly as possible after attacks. So back off a little bit. Make them chase you. Maybe make a mistake. Don't stay close range too long. I'm probably gonna lose this fight anyway, but doesn't matter. To me, at least.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just doing it for the experience at this point.
Oh! 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 Now. Had enough of life, have you? Alle doppertele.
No. No swearing. No swearing.
Oh! Yow. Shit. Oh!
Ow. Did that ruin the wrong sequence? Oh. Nope. You're not gonna hit me. Ow. Stamina back.
Bollocks!
Yeah, exactly.
You'll die for that.
It's gonna start hurting even more in a little bit. Ow. Maybe not.
Boha yeho. Missed.
Yeah, I saw I missed. Stop dodging. Bastard. There we go. Ow. My face. Owie. I haven't dodged a single blow, by the way. If you look at my stamina, you'll figure it out. He gets a little bit more dangerous once you start punching him. Once you get a couple of good series in, he gets a little bit difficult to beat.
Yo! Yeah. Ow.
Ow.
Well landed. Bloody hell. I'll send you Kunda. I'm over here. You're going to... God damn! Damn.
Come on, give it up. Henry, stop making weird sounds.
You're
We got
dead.
this. Ow. There we go.
Kurva. Sod. Oh.
There we go.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take what I want. Gotta go get charcoal for Dad. Now, where's your chest? Anything here? No. I could feel sorry for the guy. Yeah, I could feel sorry for him. Yeah, I'm gonna take the nails as well. making me fight for it. Now, let's go sell stuff. Alright. Oh, it's a horse. I was like, what is smelly next to me? And it's just a horse. Alright, so that's the charcoal right there. Let's go sell stuff though. And here's a tip. Usually you can get better bartering deals if you're selling more stuff that the person wants. So like here for the tools, if I sell the hammer with the nails and stuff, I will get a little bit more
and take a look.
Than if I just sell.
I've got everything you need.
All
day
right.
or night, at home.
How are you?
Baskets for goods and torches for the night.
All right, and I want to sell Kunish's axe, hammer, and the nails. Wait, hold on. And you want to give me, what is that? 5, 6. I want 8. I want 8.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye.
And this is how you haggle. And haggling is important. It helps you have good reputation if you do it right. Haggling works both ways, whether you want to buy cheap or sell dear. You select the amount you want to pay with the keys and counter offers and stuff like that. And dragging out the haggling with one offer after another will gradually try the trader's patience, and eventually they'll drop the haggling completely. You can see how close you are to getting to that point from the trader's icon below the bar. The gold there is in the background. The closer the trader is to dropping the haggling. Oh, the more gold there is in the background, the closer the trader is to dropping the haggling. Every unsuccessful bout of haggling lowers your reputation. That's if you are unsuccessful. But if you're successful, you're fine. So try to be successful. Don't be greedy. It's usually about 5 to 10% that you can get off. So if I'm trying to go for 8 coins, well, actually 8 coins is way, no, 2 way down. All right, so 6, 5% is what? About that.
Since it's you.
That's better. Drop it a bit more and we'll call it a deal.
Nah, come on, you can do better than that.
Aye, that would do it.
See? And that's how you get it. Now what was I supposed to buy? You know what? First, let's talk to this guy. Ah, he's a gambler. I don't want to gamble.
Hey, Pip.
Hey, how you doing? Don't call me Pip.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like
the world
a man.
is shit, mate.
And as it happens,
it's the
today's your
1400s.
last
Nothing
chance.
is fun anywhere.
I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
I don't mean that people didn't have fun. They had fun. It's just, it was back to the shit really quickly. I am experiencing a little bit of frame rate drops. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention in my review of the game that... Are those? No, never mind. I forgot to mention in my review of the game is a little bit hard on a hard drive, so try to fool around with the graphics a little bit. I moved it to the SSD drive right now, so it's not unstable on a hard drive.
So,
don't get me wrong.
Can we get started?
It's punishing to a hard drive.
We
can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Good. Now you're getting it. Good. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Very... All right. Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Now you're... Nice. Nice. All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
There's nothing better than experience. Okay. Screw plate armor then. I don't need it. Plate armor is a really cool thing. Obviously, there are ways to a little bit cheat in the game. Well, not a little bit, a lot cheat in the game. If you go the thief route, you can steal a lot of armor and get yourself pretty protected early on. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way once you start getting the high level enemies. It doesn't work as well. But like I said, you could cheat a little bit.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So are such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting his shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, This is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in. Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come
Let's
on.
be a goody two shoes. We're not going to throw crap at his
not gonna
house.
take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
Yeah, that's a weird way to defend duty.
How?
With duty.
Are you with
You
us?
don't defend duty with duty. I'm not doing
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Pretty easy, like this. I go talk to a pretty girl. You guys go deal with crap. Ha! Hey, Bianca. Stop moving. Okay.
Here we are. Here.
Everybody's drinking midday. Nobody has work to do? Come on. Alright, I'll wait for her outside. Because we have a little bit of metal over here to pick anyway. You wouldn't pick nettle with your bare hands, but hey, whatever. I don't have gloves, so I might as well. Even though my grandma could pick nettle with her bare hands, the skin on her hands was so tough.
God be with you, Henry.
Yeah, hey, Bianca, give me some
God
ale.
save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your
Ha.
beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
The game autosaves from time to time at important points in each quest when you sleep. If you want to save the game yourself, you must drink the potion Savior Snaps. However, this is an alcoholic drink, so you will have, your maximum stamina reduced if you're drunk. So don't get drunk. There we go.
Greetings.
Let's trade. Now I needed 10, right? How much is that? That's 5 coins. I got 5 coins, but I don't want to pay 5 coins. I want to pay 450. Let's see, I go.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Satisfied?
Well, now a little more and we'll shake on it. See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
I didn't pay what I wanted to, but hey, whatever. Yeah, that's a pretty horse. That's the kind of horse I want. Hello, horsey. Yes, I do pick my horses on looks. But I'll have to do with Pebble in a while. And that's pretty much the difference in status. The closer you are to this wall, the higher status you have. And I'm assuming that over there is a horse trader. That's why he's inside the secondary wall. Because there should be another wall outside over there. There should be another gate over there. And outside the walls are usually farmers and millers. For obvious reasons. But the things you wanted, I got everything.
Have you got everything I wanted?
I think so. I have the charcoal, the guard, and the things.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale.
There we go.
Start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
See? I'm a good son. I brought you
Right.
cold beer,
Let's
not
see
warm
what kind
beer.
of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
What, so you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish, so what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done.
Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right?
Wait a minute. Did they sell the nails? No. Nails for Teresa. Alright. I got it.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Hello, Teresa.
Thanks.
How are you
So,
doing?
how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
But you haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Come on, man. You can swing it better than that.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
Good job, Martin. You did well.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
I think my system can't
That was a
handle
long
the
time
physics
ago.
too well.
I
should
might tell
probably
you
turn it
about
down
it
a little bit.
sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Fire arrows. They wouldn't use fire arrows.
Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
You torch houses after you loot them.
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
At least the arrow tips look authentic.
Move!
They're not
Come on,
hunting
we're
arrows
closing!
like they show in all
Move
the
it,
movies.
people! Come on!
We're running
come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates!
to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go down!
We can call your horse anytime by whistling to mount it. Movement was sod, and caps lock walks gives you horse chance to recover. Alright, that's how riding a horse works. Get up, there you go. Poke him and run. There's the horse I wanted. Run. Aha, they chased me. I saved the girl. Go, 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 go. It's not difficult to control a horse, I just don't want to get shot by an arrow. So I'm bobbing and weaving a little bit. Ah, crap.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
I am bleeding.
Flee! To Talmberg! Flee!
Yeah, but don't run on the road. You're gonna get trampled or killed. Or both. Come on, horsey, you can do it. You can do it, horsey.
I like the horse.
Flee! To Talmberg!
No. Shit.
Ah!
All right.
Go! They'll
Go.
kill you all!
Aha. Can't catch me now. I hope. Huh?
Go! They'll kill you all!
It's a castle. I can see a castle. Go, go, go. Yes.
Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Good job, you didn't tell him that there's a fire somewhere. Fire, where? Go get a bucket.
In there!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who
fled from
moved to the
Skalitz.
countryside to make horseshoes.
How did you manage that?
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation.
It seemed like any other day. And then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon, Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Don't you start.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Here's a hint. Unequip the boots, but don't drop them. Oh. Crap, we're kind of too hungry.
Please, tell me what happened at Skalitz. I have kin there.
It seemed like any other day. And then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon, Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they murdered my parents.
The Lord have mercy. I'm terribly sorry. May the Lamb of God comfort you.
You got some lamb?
Something.
Alright, let's finish up the bread rolls. Alright, that got us up to 14. And lentil soup. Good. Let's eat the apples. Because they're gonna go bad pretty quickly. Roast duck. It lasts 2 days. But it's quite expensive, so I'm gonna save that. And 58. Wasn't there some cheese on the table? Yeah, there was some cheese on the table. Okay, let's see the cheese now. There we go. Fully nourished. Now we need to sleep because otherwise we'll pass out.
My word.
As you can see, even our sprint is a little bit, run is a little bit slower.
I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Alright, let's sit down. And like I said, take off the boots, but don't drop them. There's my boots. There we go. Unequip. Take my pants off. There we go. Going to bed in our skivvies, which could be a mistake in the olden days, but whatever. And get some sleep for 10 hours should be good.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Uh-huh.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady.
Like I said,
I'll
I'm
tell you what,
leveling up my speech because strength
terrible
will be
and
easy for your
unexpected.
soldier.
The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I saw Deutsch trying to defend himself. The man who'd mocked King Wenceslas as a drunkard and praised Sigismund now stood facing his soldiers with nothing but a pitchfork, trying to protect his wife and son. It was hopeless. He slaughtered them all.
That's so sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. There was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
They picked a good actress for the lady. Alright, time to sleep because you were passing out 2 hours ago.
Move it, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Alright, let's put our stuff on. There we go. It's raining a little bit, and I don't have a cloak with a hood. This is gonna be bad. I'm gonna get soaked.
Talmberg's a strong castle, though. It can handle it.
Listen up! The Sigismund and his army. Prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Ooh, that lightning is perfect.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for a...
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but what's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts GeForce sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood? Henry, I need to have a word.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to flee the siege?
Thank the Lord. I thought it was Sigismund descending on us.
It seems everyone thought that.
Well, we were all expecting the worst. And the truth is, I'm still worried what will happen when Sigismund comes here. And come he will, of that I'm sure. I just hope we'll be as fortunate when we're face to face with that fucker. By the way, Henry, my condolences.
Thank you.
Wandering around like a stray sheep must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
I think these are a little bit too tall. You can't shoot down to at people at the wall. And there's no nooks in the bottom. Could be just an older style castle. I don't know. Hey brother, do you have anything else to say?
God be with you.
Oh, God be with you too.
But that's just it. Something happens by chance and you turn it to your advantage. There's not many capable of thinking so fast.
Alright, we reconnected. We should be back. I think. Let me just double check that. Stream strata is good. So we lost connection for a little bit.
What do you think about the flight?
I'd say
he was
I'm
lucky
repeating
that
that.
big storm.
But that's just...
I'm repeating myself. So. Alright. We wait for morning now. Press T to wait.
What the hell?
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Sorry about that.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratsig Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
For streaming, I may have to turn down the graphics settings a little bit. My computer seems to be struggling in the open like this.
Be a bit more careful.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You bumped into me, though. Da-da-dee-dee-dee.
It's all the same to me who sits on the throne, as long as there's law and order in the land.
Then it's better to have Wenceslas. You won't see him marauding with foreign mercenaries and pillaging towns.
What the hell are you doing?
I have no idea what the hell am I doing.
And there's that many brigands roaming around. You never know if you'll come home from the fields alive.
Oh, buddy, you're stuck. Let's talk.
Good day to you.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Ratsig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Where did these cumins come from anyway?
I like to point out they're not cumins, they're not
only what the chamberlain
condiment.
said, that they
They're
came to
cumins.
Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
So Robert, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
What is it?
Yep. Alright, let me check the saves. Okay. Well. This horse is named Olena. I didn't know. Okay. Okay, and I will leave the escape for next week. Thank you all for joining me for Kingdom Come Deliverance premiere, and I hope for you to join me next week. Thank you very much, and I will save and exit basically.